In case you didn't know, the trailer for the second Cyberpunk Edgerunners has released, and I'm incredibly hyped for it. I fell in love with the first one, and I thought it was a masterpiece. The second Edgerunner story will definitely have some big shoes to fill due to the first one being complete and perfect. The first one wasn't just amazing. It gave people a story they could hold on to emotionally, and a character that was fantastically and tragically written, and it left those who watched it destroyed for days afterwards. Edgerunners 2 has quite the act to follow, and I'm confident it can be just as great as the first one. But there are a few things to keep in mind with the next addition into the series. So without further ado, it's time to dive right in. The first reason I'm going to put forward is that it has to follow a masterpiece that already had a perfect ending. The first Cyberpunk Edgerunners didn't end with a cliffhanger, no real loose ends, it didn't leave obvious story threads dangling, it told a complete tragedy, David's story. He wanted to become special, started with losing his mother and being crushed by uncaring society. He decided to finally augment himself to try to rise up against the system that wronged him, and he chased a dream bigger than himself, wanting absolutely everything and willing to sacrifice everything for it. And he lost himself along the way, losing himself to cyberpsychosis. And Lucy got the one thing they both dreamed about, reaching the moon and not through an augmented brain dance. The ending hurts because it feels final, because it honestly is. The hardest thing about making Edgerunners 2 isn't making a good anime. I know that they're going to make a good one. It's convincing fans that they need another one. And with that, David is almost impossible to replace. A lot of the emotional attachment came from David specifically. He wasn't just a protagonist, he represented a lot of things in Night City. He was talented but exploited, like many of those who came, even in the video games. Ambitious but doomed, wanting to prove himself but lacking the funds, the ruthlessness, the connections to do so, and trying to matter in a world designed to crush people, where only the strong survive and the weak get exploited. A new character would be great, but fans will naturally compare them, Season 2's biggest enemy isn't their bad writing. It's the shadow of David Martinez and how the next main character is going to stack up to him. Another point I'm going to bring up is that the sequel has to avoid becoming more of the same. I don't believe it's going to be that at all, but this is where they have a bit of a danger of copying the formula that they have, They could copy, another poor kid gets cyberware, joins a crew, falls in love, goes cyber psycho, dies tragically. That worked once because it was David's story. If Edgerunners 2 tries to recreate the first season's sadness through earning the same thing instead of basically doing its own thing, fans are going to see right through that. It can be tragic, but it can't follow the footsteps of David. It would have to be tragic in another sort of way, as I said. Another thing to bring up is that Night City is the real main character in all of this. David and whoever we see in the next one, Lucy and everybody else, they're all just side characters. The real main character of the whole event is Night City itself. It's a huge cultural network, and we've only seen a small percentile of what really goes on in the city. There are thousands of stories happening at the same time, and any one of them could be chosen for the next. Good, bad, neutral. The first season only showed one small corner out of an array of cultures, characters, lifestyles. The possibilities are endless, especially with the novels, and there's tons of material from the video game. The mistake would be thinking Edgerunners was about David. David was just one person who got swallowed by Night City. Edgerunners, for me, is about the swallowed, the exploited, the desperate, and what the city does to these people. Are they going to live? Are they going to survive and become strong? Or not? Kind of one fun point to kind of bring up is kind of optimistic too, is that everyone expects the emotional damage now. The first season became famous because it destroyed people emotionally. Now the audience knows the trick. The surprise is gone, and the writers have to make people care before they start worrying about who's going to die. it has to try to make it forget that it's not trying to hurt us, which is going to be very hard, especially since a lot of people, including myself, are rewatching, and it's going to be, even though it's going to be its own standalone story, I think it's going to be really excellent to see what they do with this next corner in Night City. It has to live up to Studio Trigger's style, too. I know that, again, they will do a very good job on it, I'm sure, from seeing the trailer. From the first one, we had lots of chaotic action, exaggerated movement, lots of color and energy. The sequel needs to feel like an evolution, not just another Cyberpunk anime. It would be great to see how they could evolve the art style, like compared to stuff with like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer. We're basically in another golden age of anime, and it would be wonderful to see what they could do next. We have great and wonderful anime studios, and it is a wonderful, wonderful thing that we have such great anime to watch now. Edgerunners 2 doesn't need to beat David's story. It just needs to prove that Night City had more stories worth telling, more people worth seeing, and more experiences worth having. Because, as we all know, there are no happy endings in Night City. You either die a legend with a drink at the afterlife or live amongst the crowd. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you stay safe out there, and be safe and enjoy your night, day, morning, whatever you got. Alright, see ya.